Okay, let's not go into this. So welcome to the Laura and Benny Show, our first podcast of 2023. There was a good reason.
We're back. It kind of got out of control 2022, didn't it?
It did. Like, I say the first podcast of 2023 and I'm apologising that it took us this long to put the first one out this year. But then I realised when I was kind of looking back, I was like, well, when was the last one? I did. It was like May.
Did you actually look it up? Was it May?
It was like May 2022.
We had such best intentions, like we were getting double people in.
We still have lists of people that we want to bring in. We still have a million conversations
I
we want to do.
blame Gordon and Jer for not showing up.
Yeah, they'll
Between the two of them.
They'll be in.
They're coming back though.
But yeah, so like last year, just like we knew it was going to be a marathon. Like we were, and I think we said when we were talking to Sean in one of the podcasts that it was like we were all ready for it, and we were ready for it. We weren't ready for it. It was a marathon, is one way of putting it. It was extreme, but it was great. It really was a great year. And then we were like, right, let's go January. Let's do it.
Straight back in.
Yeah, I almost got to the end of the 2022 season, and then I'll just say I got sick.
Ah no!
Will we? I won't use the word.
I think you got the evil double. We won't use the word.
Yeah, we won't use the word. But I definitely I was definitely extremely sick.
You are.
I was. But for
so
about
you're
2
better
weeks.
now.
Well, I was sick for about 2 weeks, then it took me 4 weeks to actually pull myself up ready to actually speak to the world. Everyone's probably like, she's really quiet on Instagram. What's up? I've just been really sick, guys. Sorry about that.
Okay.
But I'm back.
But you're back.
I'm back. I'm
re-energized.
re-energized.
It was perfect timing for it to be off season. So January, you lost the whole of January, basically.
Like the whole of January. Like I don't do well getting that thing. It just doesn't suit me.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 years in a row now I've been knocked for 6.
Right, so you're primed for 2023.
Primed for 2023. I've already rang my GP and I was like, listen, give me a double dose of that vaccine, will you? I need to get through the full 12 months. So yeah, it was too busy. Not a bad complaint. And then sickness. But we're here now.
We're here
now.
What do you want?
What do I want? I want to have a chat.
We're back.
I want to have a chat about your outfit decisions in life.
I know.
You're wearing 2 zips.
Double zipped it.
For people that are just listening to this, let me paint a picture. We've got a grey polo shirt with a silver zip, and over the grey polo shirt with a lower zip down, we have a navy jumper. Because Benny spent the last 6 weeks while I was sick watching movies like Singing in the Rain and 1940s, almost in colour. They weren't into the talkies. He was almost that far back.
I know they were talking.
Were they talking?
They were talking. It was in colour.
Yeah.
Technicolor.
It was in Technicolor.
3-step Technicolor.
Okay, so this is what's been going on.
One thing I did realise when I was doing the test shots now that my belly has grown.
Enormously.
Yeah.
I've been giving out to you for like the last couple of weeks saying stop eating that cake, and you're like, no, I'm in perfect physical health.
That's what Christmas and an off season does.
You did a test a while ago and had a t-shirt on, looked and went, oh, that's what you see.
Yeah. So
are you going on a diet?
No.
No. Are you going to come to the gym with me?
Too old for that.
What about Pilates?
Not a chance, not a hope in hell. No. That could be about podcast. That could be another thing. Actually, we could talk. We're going to do all sorts of different podcasts.
What?
Yeah.
Talk about what?
Exercise.
Exercise. Yeah. You're the worst person to talk about exercise. Who are you to talk about exercise?
No, gentlemen, you do not have to exercise for your wedding. You can just enjoy it. But if they do want to exercise different things, and you can tell them about your Pilates and whatnot, and gym going and everything.
Okay, but let's not get it completely off.
You reckon what are we in mid-February, end of February-ish?
We're mid-February, yeah.
You went to gym today and you're like, they're gone. The 5 or 6 weeks buzz is done.
Yeah, because I've been kind of going in and out the last few weeks trying to like work up a bit of energy and bring myself back to life again. And it's just been mental in there. It's like a zoo. Went in today and there was very known in there. I was like, yes, brilliant.
So they've cracked?
They've cracked or just had an off moment.
Yeah, you got
lucky.
lucky.
Be back again tomorrow.
Right, go on.
But I just wanted to kind of come on, say hello, apologise that we didn't do more of these because I know loads of people DM me all the time going, are you not doing podcasts anymore? I really enjoyed listening to Walking the Dog. We didn't mean to stop. It was just life wouldn't allow it.
Yeah, 2022 got out of control.
Yeah.
And then we're here in 2023.
And we're here making all these promises now about 2023 and the diary's, it's busier than last year. But I...
Delay the land, Laura. Delay the land.
You say that one more time.
No,
Benny's lay of the land.
We're going to talk about, because I'm shocked and you're shocked.
Yeah.
People are still inquiring for 2023.
Yeah. Now, I know there's all different reasons for that.
Yeah.
Some of it is just people have decided to have small intimate weddings and they're explaining it. Other people are having, they're having a full-blown wedding, but they're just asking for, like last night I got 3 December 2023 inquiries.
Okay.
So we're 10 months to their wedding.
Yeah, it's people planning within 12 months.
Yeah, exactly. So they probably got engaged at Christmas. They've probably spent the last couple of weeks booking their venue, and now they're on the search for their suppliers. Just to give you an idea, like we haven't had availability for December 2023 in about 12 months. I'd say it's been gone.
Okay.
It's gone. Now I'm not saying there will obviously
There's
be
always random dates.
somebody that you will find that's available, but it's just this year and next year, kind of following on from last year, it's exceptional. Like it's been newsworthy how busy weddings have been. Kind of last year, I think they kind of briefly touched on it. I shared it on my stories earlier on. RTE were saying that like average it's like 20,000 weddings a year. Last year there was 35,000 weddings. Okay. Purely because of the catch up.
And that is a bit of catch up.
It is a bit of a catch up, but how much catch up can there actually be though? Because I thought the catch up would run out. Kind of like everything has its moment.
But even new people just went straight on top.
Straight on.
As opposed to we thought people might be cautious. You're always trying to guess what's going to happen in the next year or the year after that.
Yeah.
But there's no fear in people with weddings, with the money they're spending on weddings, with how big they're going on weddings. Like even from COVID, we were kind of like, will the small weddings become a thing? It's not. Standard is 100, and then people are still going 200, 300.
Yeah, and like this year is, as I said, for us, we're busier than we were last year. And then 2024, if it keeps coming in as fast as it's coming in, it could potentially be busier again than this year. And it just seems to be spiraling busier and busier and busier every year. And people are...
I could get my cat. Your favourite animals. She wants to be front and centre. I've got the cat. Cat's gone. Okay.
For how long?
Cats are always newsworthy. I mean, you've just gone on TikTok and already TikTok is like, cats.
Yeah, because my phone listens to me and all you talk about is cats. But yeah, just in general, it's really, really busy. And I'm not coming on here to put the fear into people that, oh God, I just got engaged and I need to book everything right now because there's going to be no availability.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that either. Like people are still managing to, secure their venue and their suppliers in short term. They're just being more flexible with the season they're getting married in.
Yeah.
So a lot of people will, go towards those spring, summer, autumn and those lovely Christmas dates. But there's people that are kind of getting married in the next 12 months that are kind of, they don't want to wait the 2 years. They don't want to wait the 3 years. They're not going to wait for those big dates to come around again. And they're now looking at what would traditionally, I suppose, been like what you'd call off season.
Yeah.
And February were one of those months that might have fallen into an off season month. It's from what I've been talking to quite a few girls recently who've just got engaged, and they said they've gone out to a lot of venues and they've kind of drawn dates out and they've kind of said, listen, I want to do it in 12 months. And they were thinking, give me a list of dates you're free in February. I'll pick for them, kind of thinking it's off season. I'll have the pick of the best Friday, Saturday in my own mind. And they're getting 1, maybe 2 dates back because the venues are almost fully booked for
February, March, like 24.
24.
Okay.
Exactly, yeah.
And we're going to have a whole chat about February because we're in February now. We're going to do several podcasts, and one of them's going to be, if you're just starting out, what you can talk about and how to approach it. And then February's the new buzz, so we're going to have a chat about that, and kind of, because we've just come out of December, November, we're going to have a chat about that. So there's a few different things that we'll get more into detail about with all those. But you're still seeing people inquire for 2023.
Yes, all the time.
And if they, it doesn't matter, if people are going for it, they're going for it. They might randomly find a date where we're free, even though to a great extent we're fully booked.
Yeah. I mean, we're fully booked for this year, but in saying that though, if you come to me and ask me, will I do a Wednesday or a Tuesday? Unless I already have 4 weddings in that week, I'll come and do your wedding.
Random days that just get moved or something.
Yeah. And some people, they do book and for whatever reason, they have to move the date. I'm not talking about pandemic reasons,
could be
anything, just general life reasons. Yeah. And suddenly a Saturday that's quite prime, pops up and it's there, and someone it usually gets snapped up pretty quick. Yeah. But in general, it's just really busy. As I said, newsworthy busy. People are spending.
She's done it again, Laura. I mean, you're just going to have to bar her from the podcast. Cat is fixed again, second time around.
Outside, I hope.
We should have just stuck it on TikTok or something. Maybe she wants to do a TikTok. You can have a bit of footage there now, and you'll. How many TikTok views did you get on your cutting of the dress? Did it hit 1 million yet?
No.
You were so close.
No. It's only 750 people. TikTok's a weird place. I'm still trying to get used to it, but I will keep putting up TikToks because I got given out to.
That's the next generation. You've got to. You're
But then
getting
you're giving
in,
out at weddings. You're not on TikTok.
Oh, okay,
I'm
yeah.
like, all right, okay. Do I
Right,
have to be on there? Do
so
I?
people are on TikTok now that are getting married or bridesmaids or something like that,
Yeah.
and friends of.
Yeah, it's usually the what goes wrong on wedding days you see on TikTok though.
Okay, right. So 2023, you can try out a date and randomly fill up. 2024 is crazy because you're about 75% booked.
Yeah.
Which is pretty mad.
It's a bit crazy.
Or it's not that it's mad, it's kind of, it's still trending on the same thing that it was, say, when the pandemic was over in 2021. Kind of had a quick look and we're like, yeah, that's quite similar to what it was, say, at the start of 2019 or 2020. For us, in terms of our bookings, it's just, weddings are still interesting. People are still planning weddings.
Oh, yeah.
Ireland is on the up. People are confident and they're planning big weddings.
Yeah, and I think it's the amount of people that are actually inquiring about weddings as well. The amount of people that have gotten engaged in the last 12 months, it's exceptional. Like, I mean, we've had, like, I'm not exaggerating when I say hundreds, we've actually had hundreds of inquiries, and it's only for this year, since the 1st of January to the 16th of February, we've had hundreds of inquiries.
Okay.
Which is, you get a lot of inquiries in the year, but to have hundreds by mid-February and out of everyone that's inquired with us, I've probably had to say no to 80% of them.
Yeah.
Because we can only go out and do one date at a time.
Yeah.
And I know there's people out there that have gone and changed dates because they want to secure suppliers and they'll shuffle things around. And we can talk about, I know we've talked about that before, and we can talk about that again, the smart ways of, if you really want something and your wedding day, kind of coordinating everything together. But I won't get into depth on that because I can talk
that's a big
for a long
conversation.
time.
But what we can say to people is so for instance, what that means to couples now, say, who are looking now or are kind of like they're holding off for a bit, the whole 18 months to 2 years is quite normal for us in terms of booking, and a lot of suppliers booking out. And there are the random dates where, do you have 2025 booking in yet?
I have a few 2025 bookings in.
Okay, so you have the random people that are longer.
Yeah.
You have the what?
I've had 2026 inquiries, and there was somebody that mentioned 2027 earlier on, but I must go back to them. I'm assuming that was a typo.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to go with that.
That's far out. Yeah. Okay. But there are people planning 2 years out.
Yeah.
So for instance, what that means to couples now, if you're looking now and you're searching and you're inquiring and you're beginning to get a few no's, say if you're in 2024, you probably want to keep going to find something that you like, whatever it is, whatever kind of vendor or venue you're looking at. Do keep that up. But in terms of if you're engaged now, say, and you're kind of planning, say, summer 2024, and you're kind of like, I'll plan that in a few months' time. It's tough.
It is, and I hate having these conversations because I don't want people listening to this who just got engaged and have the buzz of it's so exciting. Like, especially if it was a surprise to one of the partners that they just got engaged, they've just told all their families and friends. One or both are going around, like their arm is so tired from just talking like this, so that you can, see all the bling. It's like, it's everywhere. And you're suddenly thrown into this like world of weddings that it's full on, and it's a lot to organize your own wedding. And I don't want people going into it thinking, I'm coming into this at a terrible time because I'm coming into it, it's so busy and there's nothing available and everything's expensive. And, I don't want to put a downer or a negative on it. There's smart ways from this moment of I've gotten engaged to, finding a way of getting everything you want on your wedding day. And I think we need to do a whole conversation, the two of us, of the smart way to plan.
Okay. But it's not even
what you want.
But the smart ways, but it's not the end of the world. You can still, like, if you're going summer 24, you just have to search a bit more.
You do.
Like if you're only starting now, you could.
And some people are very open to, they don't have a certain idea of have to have that band, have to have that florist, have to have that venue.
Okay.
They're very open to it. And then some people are very kind of like, I know what I want already.
Yeah.
And there is smart ways of working around
So
that.
you said like December 23 is pretty much full on. What's 24 like, so that people can kind of gauge in their head, because that's kind of the 2 year window.
December 24?
December 24, is that kind of like half full, all full?
We're kind of 60% full for December. I've got like 2 Saturdays left.
So it's like if you're sending an inquiry into you, it's 50-50 whether you might be free.
Exactly.
And it's the same probably with a lot of vendors.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. What else do you have?
No, I really did. The cat has put me off completely. I was all chatty, and then she came in and shoved her face in the lens twice. No, I just wanted to come on, apologise that we weren't around. say hello to everyone, let them know we're still here. We are going to still be doing podcasts. We are going to still be putting advice and tips and everything out there as much as we can. And we'll try and do it a bit more regularly. I'm making all these promises now, Benny, and you're going to be laughing at me
promises.
in June. When
You're like the
no
lads.
sleep and
The lads who signed up for the gym were there for like the first few weeks and now they're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you are, a podcast world.
No, we'll get in the guests. There mightn't be that many guests over the year, but we'll definitely have the conversations ourselves. And I just kind of want to put it out there as well. If there's anybody that actually has a subject that they'd love us to chat about, then just pop it in a message, send us an email. I'd love to, hear a bit about this, or how does this work? And there's the really obvious things to us, but then there's the less obvious when it comes to planning as well.
And before you go.
Yeah, go on.
Did you like the cartoon? Did you like your representation?
So you didn't see it. We were up for an award with the wedding suppliers, and we got highly commended.
Yep.
Wedding photographer of the year, which is really, really excited. We're delighted. It's so nice to get awards. It really is. That's so lovely. That's so lovely. But we couldn't go to the awards night, pretty much because I just wasn't able to do that interaction with people, to be honest. And we were like, we need to tell people we won this. How this man, if you haven't seen it, go on our Facebook and our Instagram page. Did a little cartoon, the two of us. I think your cartoon though is a perfect representation of what's going on here at the moment.
Well, I think the reaction that you had in the cartoon is pretty much Laura all over.
Yeah, that's okay, but I'm all right with that. I've embraced my strangeness. I'm okay with it.
Right. Are we done? We're saying goodbye.
We're saying goodbye. Until next time. I promise. Until next time.